derp derp. Derp 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 derp. Derp 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 derp. D-E-R-P. That spells derp, yeah.
D-E-R-P. That spells derp, yeah.
What's up, everybody? It's Booma San, the digital samurai for truth. Ha! Old school. Bringing back the old school icon. But what is up, everybody? And if there is any issue with audio tonight, please let me know. Freak out in the comments. What's happening, everybody? Give me some orders that we're doing good. We got hello, peeps. What is up, country? Gal 68, Linda Grad, Karen's here. Valerie, what is up? Not crazy after all. It's time for some digital samurai news. We used to do this segment all the time back in the day before I was going live and showing myself. Let's get some of these comments up on the screen so you all get some recognition. Freaking, you guys are crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy! Love that gong, that's for sure. 5x5, so it sounds like we're sounding good. Who's ready to commit some treason with me? High treason on the derp 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 derp. We got Booma San commits high treason according to Romana, the grifting dildo. Didulo, and other dumbassery news. I threw together some stuff on today, which is September 4th, 2025. We are live on the Rumble, on the YouTube, and on the Substack. YouTube now has super chats, just so you know. There's also memberships if you really care. We'll see how long we last over there on the YouTuber. But yes, it's a high treason party, as Remote Viewer 57 says. Let's get that on the screen, because that is exactly what this is. It's a high treason party, as you can see, from the Queen herself, taking notes of who has been part of the smear campaigns against HRM Queen Romana Didulo the dildo. The first. High treason. Hashtag high treason. Hi, Dawn. What's up, everybody? So we're going to commit some high treason, apparently, according to her. Let's see here. I got a couple of different things, but this is the reason. So there's a lot to report on this one. However, this is what took place.
Approximately 4:30 a.m., Saskatchewan RCMP executed a search warrant in Richmond, Saskatchewan. It was a privately owned, decommissioned school inhabited by a group of individuals. The search warrant was obtained after we received a report of an individual occupying the building was in possession of a firearm. Officers arrested 17 individuals. 10 were arrested inside the building, 6 were arrested in the RVs, and 1 was arrested outside a residence in Richmond. One of the individuals that was inside the building identified herself as Romana Didulo, which was, as I understand, live streamed as it happened. So she presented herself and identified herself as that and released it to the public. So I can confirm that she is in custody. But beyond that, I can't identify anybody else.
Absolutely, Linda. Romana is a fraud. And here, I'll show you guys real quick here. That's the official news break. And we're going to check out that live, a clip from that live that Romana put on. I think it's all a show, and as you can tell, as you can see, or as you've heard, or as you see in the news stories, 17 people were arrested. 17. Guaranteed Romana knew it was coming, and that she set it up in that way so that it would be 17 people. It's not some amazing Q thing. It's not the white hats communicating, blah, 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 blah. Here we go. So, on this episode that you can see right here, and unfortunately I am no longer None of these. I mean, I think Jesse might come on. Casey might come back on. But it's been a little while since we've seen these guys. And some of you that are newer to the channel probably don't even know about this. We did Exposing Cons and Cults. This was episode 2, and this is well over a year ago. It says 1 year ago. I can't remember exactly what date this was. Does it say anywhere? Anyways, the table turners uncover Romana Didulo, fake queen of Canada. But this included a lot of stuff about Jean Decode, because everybody here on this panel, and this was before I came out and showed myself and whatnot, we were all incognito behind our icons here, and we went into it deep about how Jean Decode was pushing Romana hardcore for a long time. And Annie and Jesse are both Canadians. So there was a vested interest into what was going on there. And then there was some crazy stuff happening where Jean was talking about how she was like some freaking like higher dimensional being, definitely part of the Galactic Alliance, and all this stuff. And then her and her squad burnt a Canadian flag. Because the idea is that she is now in control, and she did that. They did that publicly, and then Gene finally was like, and then he kind of changed his tune and reversed. And but he helped put her on the map. He pumped her up. A lot of people from Gene's following went over and started following Romana Didulo and the fake Queen of Canada. And so we exposed a bunch of stuff on her there, and what happened while we were in our team meetings, and what Gene pushed on us to share out into the public, because that's what a lot of us did. We were called coordinators. We coordinated information. So we sent out information to people, and one of them was that everybody was always asking, is she legit? And Gene was saying, yes, she's freaking legit. So if you guys want to go back and watch that, there's still a lot of good info. There's a lot of juicy stuff still on Gene there. I'll try to get that down below into the description area so you guys can have easy access to that. But if you go onto Rumble and just search Booma San Didulo, you will come up with that. So also, her the peacekeeper, her deputy head of national defense and living royal decree says, let this be clear. Any act of threat, harassment, arrest, detention, or attack against Her Royal Majesty Queen Romana Didulo the First, any member of the royal court, any of her ministers or their children, family members, or friends, whether directly or indirectly, is high treason under military law and natural law. This is the gravest crime. The penalty is life imprisonment or worse. Stand with peace and prosperity. Do not cross this line. And then you got a bunch of stuff down below that is the ridiculousness when it comes to the idea that a custodian of Earth, custodian of humanity, FAFO, F around and find out. I'm effing it around, and I'm going to find out. And it reminds me of when I was clowning Pascal Najati, and some woman came in, or whatever it was. Who knows what it was. That's what the name signified as a female. But she was like, I think you should be careful about what you say. He could come and arrest you, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, man, if Pascal Najati is in charge of a McDonald's, please send the TR3B and kill me now. I'm ready to go. These people are nuts, and they don't deserve any fear. They don't deserve you thinking that they're anything other than a bunch of grifting clowns. And so I wanted to show this because of all the names that she has given herself at this point. But this is from HRM Queen Romana Didulo the First on the Telegram page. And apparently there's supposed to be some press conference. She's probably going to do a live stream. There's already like 50 people just sitting in there, and it's silent. These people are obsessed. Anyways, to we the people of the Kingdom of Canada and the world, we have corporation police here inside the property calling out, saying, get out of the trailer, you are under arrest. We don't know who they are calling to come out. They're calling you. And so it is. And so they got all the frogs, they got the Qs. Romana is all about Q, and follows that whole timeline. Believes she's in control. A lot of people have lost. They didn't pay their rent. They've didn't pay their bills, or like electricity bills, because she promised all this stuff that she was in control, and they've lost their asses. but this is HRH, Majesty Queen Romana Didulo I, Commander-in-Chief of North America, Head of Government, Head of State, President, First Prime Minister, National Indigenous Chief, and Queen of the Kingdom of Canada, Queen of America, Queen of North America, and Queen of the World. Living crown, custodian of earth and humanity under natural law. Man, I think this title's grown since we last covered it. Good Lord. Anyways, where we go, when we go, all about Q. But that is, I didn't realize that she had not only taken over Canada, but she apparently is now higher than President Trump, which in the Q world, I can't imagine is flying over very well. So what do you guys think of all of this? We're going to get to a whole lot more. Ostrich, grift, not quite done either. Nope. They were all released except 2 were rearrested, but they will not announce whether or not Romana was one of them that got rearrested. We'll take a glance at some of the actual news articles. Are you just, what is this about? Sorry that I have committed high treason. Oh, nice. Misspellings are fun. She is definitely the queen of bullshit. She apparently is pretty much the queen of everything. Yep, that's what I just read. What I just read is an expansion of her title that has grown and grown. And in ode to that, just before, let's see. No, let's get to this first. So before this arrest happened, not that long ago, there was already some issues apparently. So let's see what we're looking like on the screen. Yeah, let's blow it up a little bit. Some fireworks at Romana Didulo's compound today, and this was July 18th. They have like some abandoned school that they've been in for a while now. That was even when we reported it over a year ago. As the RCMP, which I believe is the, I can't remember the whole term for it, but it's basically the police department there in the local area, moved in to do an inspection. The owner of the property tried to physically stop them and was met with force. I've been told the dispute is over water usage. So not that long ago, this happened. And watch this, watch what happens here. I don't know what this fool's doing. Boom! Good Lord. Got his ass whooped. She's the queen! She's the queen of the universe! You can't do this! This is ridiculous. But that happened, what was that? Last month? July, August, September, a couple months ago? July 18th. So that guy got his ass whooped. You would think that the Majesty Romana would have like a whole military, right? And that one guy was the only one there. Oh my God! No, that wasn't her. It was just some dumbass that was supposedly protecting the front of the fence, and I don't know why they thought they were going to stop all those cops. That was ridiculous. But you think that she would have like her own military, or maybe some people like all dressed up in armor and they have swords and like shields and shit. Like that would be pretty badass. That'd be funny though. And then what do we got? Okay, so now we're gonna get to the video that Romana herself live streamed while it was happening. And that's why I think that they had her and 16 other people in there, so that it would be 17 arrested. That would be put in the news, which would be in their psychotic minds. Oh, did you guys notice? I got the hat and the headband on. Who does that? No one, but Booma San. Super Secret Service. Yes, she has super duper Secret Service. Super duper pooper scooper Secret Service for Romana. But I think the cops were just honking to make noise and be ridiculous. What am I doing? So Romana live streamed the raid by what she calls the corporate police, and she was live streaming her arrest, and she calls these like corporate police. These guys are like straight up military. They're ready for a potential gunfight because that was the worry that some of the people inside there might have guns, I think. But anyways, this is from her live stream, so it's kind of choppy. But they knew this was coming, so that's why that's why 17 got arrested. So they knew that they would print that in the newspaper, and that all the Q people and all of her cult would be like, "Woo, white hats, baby!"
This is, you're under arrest. We have a warrant. They have a warrant for what? What kind of warrant do they have? Do they have a arrest warrant? What kind of warrant do they have? We have multiple types of warrant.
And yeah, she does look like a dude.
Hey, that's okay. That's okay. That's all right. That's all right. Okay. Okay.
Leave the phone down. You're under arrest.
All right.
Leave the phone down.
Okay.
Super choppy, but these guys are military grade weaponry and army like gear.
One at a time. Nothing.
So there you go.
Down on the ground, please.
Okay.
Please. Okay?
Okay. So everyone.
You're all listening. Okay?
Okay, thank you. See, there's no one there, guys. There's no one there. I'm just live streaming. Okay? I'm not resisting. There's no one there in the tape.
I'm not resisting. I'm not resisting. I thought you were the queen. You really bowed down there, didn't you, when you saw that that was like military grade? They weren't coming in with just some chumps. It's so ridiculous. This is they're like, bitch, you crazy. Get on the ground. Shut up. The new police, folks. Yes, the new police everywhere is the military. So there is that aspect of things. But Romana was arrested once before Vancouver, BC, into a psych hold. Yes, I remember that too. I think we reported on that because that has happened. It's just amazing that she hasn't been arrested for more fraud, like that they haven't got her on more yet. And how are we looking on everything? We're good. Okay, so let's get into we'll get into the first news clip that I put onto the title tag and take a look at that. So this is where they actually report Canada's QAnon queen, as they call her, arrested in the Saskatchewan compound. I'm going to switch my view up. Is that going to work? Anyways, big old smile there. Claims to be Queen of Canada, but apparently that is expanded into Queen of Everything. I'm going to post this down below, and this is just going over how there was a warrant for the property. They are in some old abandoned school or an old school that they apparently must be paying for to be there. Yes, Miss Didulo emigrated from the Philippines to Canada as a teenager. Following endorsements from QAnon leaders like Jean Decode, she built up a band of followers. Now, Jean stepped away from her and got away, but people should hold his ass to the fire because he was one of the big names that they were quoting each other. Like they were helping each other build when she first came in. And Jean Decode is one of the main reasons. One of the big reasons, I would say, because he had a lot bigger following at the time that he was pushing her. Anyways, she declared that she had overthrown the legitimate government of Canada and said her claim to the Queen of Canada title is backed by secret, powerful U.S. military interests. Just like all these grifters, it's secret, behind the scenes, Galactic Federation shit, that Q Alliance stuff that no one can see out in the real world because it's all secret. You have to be on the 5D. And then her talking about her Telegram channel still has about 36,000 maybe. And then a lot of people, like it says, have racked up bills and large amounts of debt because she says that it's all absolved. There is no corporate Canada anymore, and she is in charge. And yet she constantly needs to make money and bring in money, and people stop paying their stuff and they get screwed over. So it's just people like this that it's like I can't believe she already got released. Couldn't they have her like on fraud charges at this point? I don't know, man. Yes, Karen, you're in Canada, right? She came in online via Charlie Ward saying she was QAnon, Arcturian. Yes, Arcturian sanctioned. I remember that. I think I talk about that in that breakdown with Annie, Jesse, and Casey. It's been a little while, but so many people have lost money. And the thing that really, another thing, like I always talk about the regrets and the shame and the stuff that I try to make up for after telling people med beds were on the way. That's one horrible thing, if not the worst, being a part of Jean's team. But Annie was the lead in Canada, and Jesse and the rest of the Canadians were telling people that she was legit. So people like Jean helped spread information about people not paying their taxes, not paying their electric bills and shit like that. Like it's so sad. People have called government's military and have no idea who she is as her self-proclaimed CIC. Yeah, it's they should be able to nail her for so much more, but they let everybody go. And like it says, I'll pull up this other one that gives a more current that was just released not that long ago. RCMP released people arrested in Richmond, Saskatchewan, and they re-arrested 2, but police would not state whether self-proclaimed Queen of Canada, Romana Didulo, was one of the 2 that were re-arrested. So we are not sure yet if Romana was one of the 2 that got re-arrested after they released them all. So that will be something to stand by. However, it seems on her Telegram channel, she is saying that they are going to do like a press conference soon. And there's literally people. Let's see if I could bring that up. Yeah, I'm looking at mine here. News report. People are posting in my Telegram chat, but let me look up Queen Romana's and see if I could share this. 71 participants are on this live stream. All right, let's see if this works. Yes, you guys can see that. See this right here? Now, it won't play any audio even if there is audio, but I'll see about it. But there's 74 participants on this live stream because everybody's waiting for her. And no, there's nothing actually going on in there. But there's 70 plus people waiting on her to do this press conference, and there's so many people. Like some of them are probably, what's up Wild West? There's probably a lot of bots and stuff, and then people that are just multiple accounts and all kinds of stuff with these games that they play. But yes, what the fuck? It's like so freaking stupid. They are waiting for her to give a press conference, but it isn't known yet whether or not she was one of the 2 that were re-arrested. So I don't even know if Romana is out right now. People ended up swiping yourself out of here. I got so many freaking tabs open right now, people. We're going to have some fun. What shenanigans are going on this time? Well, Romana Didulo got arrested late last night. They all got released. There were 17 of them arrested. Ode to Q, like I said, they already knew it was going to happen. It was probably all coordinated. They did find like a bunch of imitation guns. They did find some ammo, but like it's all a ruse. Like this should wake more people up. It won't. Some of us can have fun looking at it, but it was said that the guns, a lot of them they found were imitation guns, which would make sense because you don't want to actually get arrested pretending to be like this powerful force and have all this ammo and stuff and then get felonies for having illegal weaponry. And so we'll see what happens. But she should get busted on so much fraud. Like, I don't know how the laws work at all anymore anywhere. But she has claimed so many things that aren't true. She should be arrested just for the fraud of it. I don't get it. Let me see what we got here. Julie wants to inherit the Marcos estate, which no longer exists. Her claim relies on the fallen angels, aliens winning the war with the creator. See GIA report on latest reason Romana Q and Trump. Weird. GIA report, huh? I don't know what that is. Yes, but it all has to do with the Galactic Federation, galactic warfare, blah, 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 blah. It's amazing how some of these people have been able to continue their grifts forward. Like I said, there are some people that are still doing really freaking well with the Q stuff, but her should be about to end. So we got, you know, Madison Marquette, she's locked up. ML, I think, is low-hanging fruit, and I've heard that he has seen that. So we'll see if he responds or if he shuts his mouth. He seems dumb enough that he could actually maybe say something or do something, which would just give me more content, because the guy, it will be easy. There's plenty more receipts for ML, and a lot of you don't know who that is, but that was a good episode, and I thought Samantha did awesome. And if we need to bring Samantha back on and slap that fool again, he's another one that could probably go down, and he owes some people right now big money, and that could be a problem for him, and I hope it does become a problem for him. And then Romana Didulo, that'd be great if they took her down and finally stopped the Romana show.
I caught his, but you were too quick.
They gotta shoot the shot again. Ah! I wonder if they had to pay that veteran, because it's sad that they have an actual veteran here, or at least he has a hat. Who knows? Maybe he's full of crap too, just like a lot of these guys are. But a lot of people fall for this shit, man. I mean, I fell for it back in the day too. A lot of people did. Ex-military fell for this kind of stuff, at least the Q thing. But this Queen Romana Didulo, man, like, it's so ridiculous. And then she burned that flag and makes all these claims, and yet nothing has changed. Nothing has gotten any better in communist Canada, from all that I can tell. Is that the Flynn bus? Yes, she's got her own Flynn bus. Oh, and I don't know where these people come from. Someone was saying that. I keep waiting for her dick to fall. And that's what I was about to say. So there are people that think a lot of these people like are all part of the, I don't even like to call it the cabal anymore, just part of the evil whatever, and they're sent here to play these roles, and they are inverted. We're going to get into a little bit of the AI stuff when it comes to Melania in a little bit, and a lot of people that believe in that they're all transgenders call her Manlania. What is it? Manlania or something like that. Anyways, yes, it is something else, and I can't believe, and I hadn't even thought about her in the longest time. So I got all excited that she got arrested, but then I was just like, oh my gosh, they let her go. Maybe she might have been rearrested. So anyways, talking about Manlania, and I'm not saying that that's the case, and there's still people that support Trump and all that kind of stuff, and I am open to that. I still have this like sliver of hope that something good is going on that I just can't see, and that I am retarded. I would love that. But anyways, this is First Lady Melania Trump's focus on AI education as a step forward, ensuring our children are ready for tomorrow's challenges. Now, there's aspects of this where I'm like, I understand they're trying to combat AI for the future of the children and blah, 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 blah. And that is an allegation that is out there. And then yes, that's what we're looking at right now. And then we're gonna look into some of the comments because that's what some people are saying, that we have a cyborg or a machine Melania already. But anyway, so this is her coming out. Why Melania is the head of the task force of this thing. And I know some of it's about children. I know she's supposed to be about the children. It's ridiculous that she's the one that's bringing this out.
It's wonderful to be here today alongside private sectors, leaders like Mr. Pichai, Mr. Karishma, Mr. Wilson, and the many more visionaries from across industry. We are living in a moment of wonder, and it is our responsibility to prepare children in America. Cars now steer themselves through our cities. Robots hold steady hands in the operating room. And drones are redefining the future of war. Innovations of first-generation humanoids, factory automation, and autonomous vehicles have surged from private sector investment. Every one of these advancements is powered by AI. It's wonderful to be here today alongside...
What is this? I just got this. Oh, I missed it. Wild West. Of course she has to read a transcript. That is awesome. Good call. Okay, so yes, it's bringing her out and a little bit more push of the Save the Children stuff that we got from the first term, perhaps. Because Trump, he ain't doing so well as far as like his numbers, his polling, whatever you want to call it. His popularity isn't doing that well. Oh, and what I wanted to point out real quick on that one. Let me open that one back up. I just thought it was interesting because of some of the other crazy news that's been going on. The same one. See how it says Trump dead here? So like Trump hadn't posted for a long time. And then, so there's been a lot of allegations, a lot of speculation that Trump has already passed, that he died, and all this kind of crazy stuff, which is something that you always get in this crazy world. But, and then I wanted to point out this, that Crash shared. Stacy on X. Sick of the BS. At Real Donald Trump's account hasn't posted since July, and suddenly they cue the memes. Interesting. More interesting will be the comments on his post. So we'll go to Donald Trump's page. I think I got to reshare this. Let me go and reshare. And they brought the memes. So Trump hadn't posted for a while. And then all of a sudden, oh, come on. Are you guys seeing this? Okay, good. Thank goodness. So anyways, this is Trump on X. And he hasn't posted since July 29th. People start making up all these stories that maybe he's dead. And then they come back, and the first thing that they do is they just post 3 memes. It's weird. It's kind of strange. Why would you do that? But let's check them out.
Anyone who stands up to the president, anyone who criticizes the president, anyone who says anything adverse to the president's interests gets the full weight of the federal government brought down on them. Anyone who stands up to...
Now, fuck Adam Schiff and his pencil neck. I do think that is kind of funny. But he doesn't even address the time that he's been away, which is kind of weird. Here goes Gavin Newsom wearing a Trump 2028, so more trolling.
I wasn't exaggerating when I said that I received in the mail a Trump 2028 hat from one of his biggest supporters. These guys are not screwing around.
And here's a Cracker Barrel one, which has been quite the controversy. People have been comparing the Cracker Barrel thing to the Bud Light deal, where they changed the logo and made such stupid moves. Even the creator, or I guess you call him the creator or the originator of the Cracker Barrel, was like, this lady was batshit crazy for changing the ad. But here he goes with this song at all. It's got bad origins and all kinds of things, but that's all they've posted ever since he came back. So hasn't really addressed all of the comments about his death, which obviously I don't believe that he's dead. Who knows with these guys and how many there are of their potential clones, doubles, actors, and stuff like that. But I think they just love to run distractions. And Karen here, what is this? So Baron and his frat buddies were on a summer break and stopped running Trump's account. Wouldn't surprise me, actually. Some people were saying they might as well have Baron out there talking about AI because that kid probably knows way more about AI than Melania does. Melania, think of Robin Wright, the actress. Similarities, eh? Oh. We're getting some bugs over here. How are we looking on this? Oh, I hate when glitches happen. That whole echo thing drove me nuts. I think Biscuits is being targeted. I think they're trying to... My thought, and I told Biscuits this, is like, I think that they're trying to annoy him to drive him so crazy that he does something stupid and then ends up getting arrested, even if it's just something small, just so they can get him in and paint him as a criminal. Baron Nephilims. And yeah, Baron is probably some form of Nephilim AI combo. That dude is like 7 foot tall, man. This is the craziest thing. Yo, Biscuits! Is Biscuits in the house? I don't think I've seen Biscuits in here yet. But that was a little shout out for when he does watch this, if he does. So what do we got? 20 watching on YouTube. Still trying to grow the YouTube. Now, they do censor a lot more on YouTube. Like, they'll make me take certain things out. So, if you want the full effect, you probably come to Rumble. But for the most part, YouTube is playing pretty nice. And, yeah, there's some weird stuff going on with the old Baron Trumpster. And so, anyways, let's get back to what I wanted to share here. Let's get that out of the way. What I wanted to share, because I saw that Sabrina had shared a shorter clip of that same thing. So this is just a little bit shorter of that same clip. Melania hosting the White House AI event. And it was much longer, so we're just getting little tidbits of it. But they really got some roast going on in the comment section. I got into these countries with Epstein visa. Einstein. So, where is Ivanka? Now streaming on Prime Video. Make Fook get green card. The Melania Trump story. She's getting roasted pretty good. People don't understand, and there's some are saying Melania looks like an alien. It's interesting times. I don't know if they were going for humanoids. Anyways, I just wanted to show that in a lot of circumstances, Melania is getting roasted, and this is also just pointing out what we have coming forward with all of this talk of AI, now humanoids, goodbye to the surgeons, as other people were saying. And is this provable fact, Linda? 6 toes, Nephilim style? Yeah, who freaking knows, man? Oh my God. You guys are awesome. And thank you for being here. Robotoids, humanoids. Terminator is here, everyone. And I got to do something here. My head is too tight. Too tight. Okay. Let's get this. What the heck? I heard malaria as a Palladian. Yes. Early on, that was the word that Melania was a Palladian. And now you're calling her malaria. The tide is turning, man. It's never what I thought it was going to be. When I always thought boomerang, I always thought I was going to boomerang onto the cabal, the deep state. And here we go, man. Yes, I'm trying to get comfy. The tide is turning against Trump, and it's going to be interesting to see what they do to make good on this. I'd assume that they'd have to, like, pretty soon make the economy better, prices go down, something is going to have to happen with the wars. I don't know what they're going to do, because it ain't looking good. But and then getting to the dumbassery news, because we're done with the dildo, the grifting dildo, the QAnon grifting dildo that is Romana Didilo. I think I found out where they tried to stash the Epstein. So this is a brand new luxury yacht valued at $1 million, sank just 15 minutes after its maiden launch. I think this is where they tried to put the Epstein evidence, and it didn't work out too well. It didn't get far enough out to sea before it sank. $1 million yacht. See ya, sucker. Here, we'll look at this again. Just take a little look. It didn't hardly get anywhere out there. It already started capsizing. Oh, this guy's got to take a little dive off of the $1 million luxury yacht. Fuck him. There's way too much Epstein evidence in that yacht, and they couldn't get away with it. So now they got to go down there and recover it and try something else. Yes, exactly. They didn't like it so much, so they purposely sunk it so they get 1.5 million in return in their insurance. Right? That sounds about right. What were you doing Saturday night, Karen? Were you partying it on a yacht and take a little drink? Took a little dip in the drink. Yes. In the words of Klaus Schwab in 2022, we have to prepare for a more angrier world. Yeah, because nothing is working out. Nothing is going how the opium artists spin it. Yet, if you were to tune in to a lot of these Q grifters, they'll just keep saying, it's the greatest time to be alive. The Romana cult will be like, 17, baby. 17 got arrested. That's all that matters. Nothing else matters. All it is 17. The White Hats, the Galactic Alliance is telling us that the plan is going forward as predicted. Please buy into our gold IRA. The link is down below. That is where all these elite plans are going. They're going into the ocean. They ain't even getting 15 feet off of the dock. Yes. Ophelia knows. Ophelia's got the dirt on Karen. Come on, Ophelia. Let us have it. What was she up to? It's all part of the plan, baby. All of this. And that boat looked AI. Nothing's real. We're waking up the normies, baby. Internet of behaviors is coming in. I'm trying to avoid that. I'm trying to have fun before the digital prison is completely around us. The Q clock keeps getting reset, but every time it gets closer and closer, everybody's getting excited on the Q-tard world. The Q lemmings. And yes, Karen, I think you have quite the story that needs to be told. I hope Ophelia will step up. And then in other clown news or dumbassery happening in the news cycle, Mr. I eat children 10 and under, right? The Rock, yes, has taken on a skinnier frame. So I'm sure that is causing a lot of speculation. Now, some of this is him not being pumped up, but it's obvious that he's lost a significant amount of muscle mass for some reason. Maybe he's going to play a different kind of role. He was like the highest paid Hollywood actor for a while because he was the biggest thing on the planet for a good bit. And maybe he's finally outdone his role as just being this ripped guy and he's going to try something different. Worked for Matthew McConaughey. All of a sudden, he did the Dallas Club, and he played a cancer survivor, or cancer. I think he died in that one, a true story, and kind of revived his acting career by changing it up. Finally, maybe The Rock's just trying to change it up. The Q people will say, "Oh, he's not getting his adrenochrome. He's not eating babies." But I think it very well could be the case. See, I will never forget the SNL episode where he talks about a robot that molests children in half the time. And people think that's funny. And then he talks about how he eats babies. But only 10 and under, I think he said. And then, yes, there'll be talk about how it's his replacement. He went underground. Maybe it legit is his replacement. He's going down below before they really pull the rug out from under us here on the top. Who freaking knows? It's just weird that they would have brought him out looking like that. The Rock made a robot that eats kids. Rapes them and eats them. It's that bad. Oh, is Tanya here? Tanya! Hi, Tanya! Sorry again, Tanya, for all the cursing in that show that we did together. I don't know if it was over the top or not, but afterwards I did feel a little guilty, and I have repented for a lot of the cursing I did. I get fired up when we talk about certain things. And I'm trying to be better. You guys are awesome. The Rock did do a podcast a month or so ago with a doctor saying he has heart trouble with a blocked valve or something. Interesting, because doesn't Arnold Schwarzenegger have major issues with his heart? If you look at Arnold Schwarzenegger too, he's like super stiff now. Obviously, he's a lot older, but lifting all that weight and putting all that stuff, some of the issues that I have. Not that I was a bodybuilder, but I wouldn't. I don't think I was putting enough rest in between my reps and the stuff that I was putting myself through, and I think that's a lot of the problems that I have. But you will notice that these bodybuilders do not fare well. Mr. Universes and these big old guys that were ripped for all those years, it is not a good later years of your life. Thank you, Tanya. And that was a good episode. So go and watch the last coffee shop talk. We talked about all kinds of stuff. Got into a little bit of faith stuff, Jean stuff. Brought up the courts of heaven a little bit. Interesting enough, I saw that Visioning with Julie B added me as a friend or whatever on Twitter today. So I'm wondering if she saw that show or something like that. Because Julie B's got a story about a breakup with old Jeannie D fraud. Who's so cute? Is it me? I hope it's me. That'd be so cute. Thank you, Tanya. But yeah, Julie B friended me on Twitter today. I didn't know what to think of that, but oh yeah, baby, take that, Rock. I grew up playing a lot of sports, but it's I did something to myself. Like I said, I always wanted to put on lots of muscle mass because I hated being the smaller guy. I'm tough and I'm fast and all that kind of stuff, but caught up to me. Heart problems, go figure. I happen to remember something they were forcing on people that caused just that. Yeah, maybe he actually did have to take the juice, the COVID juice. Booma throws bombs and grenades when they're needed, and we appreciate it. I do. I sometimes excessively do. I get going and I get fired up and I don't even know what I'm saying. I just lose my mind. Yes. Yes. I love it. It's show muscle, not strength muscle. Fades fast and not good in the end. Yeah. Getting super ripped and carrying that for a long time, it doesn't go well for a long time. And it makes sense that you would end up having heart problems, because just imagine how much your heart has to work to push out blood throughout all those muscles and all those reps. Ugh. Freaks me out. All right, so I wanted to get to a couple more things, and then we can do whatever the heck you guys want for a little bit before we finish this digital samurai news. What is this? Funny. A Saint Germain bloodline. Inspector Ashley St. Germain of the Saskatchewan RCMP Major Crimes Branch spoke on Romana's detainment. Yes, isn't that weird that it's St. Germain? That's another thing where it's like, I swear they set this all up on purpose just to play into the whole Nasara Jasara Q stuff. Ayo! Oh, I missed it. It moved. Let's try it again. Ayo! It's Published Biscuits in the house. We're still waiting for the story to be told on what Karen was up to this last weekend. It sounded like there might have been some drinky involved, and she took a little spill in the drink itself into the water. Were you on a luxury yacht having some drinks? Who were you with? I'm late. Substack notifications stopped working for me. Notifications suck. Yes. And in lieu of the biscuits. Oh, if you guys only knew how good it sounds inside these headphones. Ooh. Yes. There's also a thing called Wolfheart. One of the MMA fighters. God, what was the name of that guy? Hardy. Something Hardy. Dan Hardy. he had what's known as a wolf heart, and that's an enlarged heart, and so he couldn't compete in mixed martial arts anymore because of it. Oh, wasn't on a luxury yacht this time. It left with my ex. Okay, so we got a little bit of the drama. You don't have to say anymore. The Gong Show was lit. Yes, that echo was strange. I'm pretty sure, like I said, that we were being tapped into and fucked with. Oh, so Jesse's here. Where's Kublai? Kublai. This is Jesse. See his little blah 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 blah, whatever you call that. His little icon. Jesse, meet Jesse. Jesse over on the bottom right. Big D Booma. Kublai 434. What is up? We're already past the Romana part because it was pretty easy to get through that one, but if you have any more to put into the chat, dude, let me know. We're still waiting to find out if she was rearrested. There was 2 of them that got rearrested after they were released. I think it was all set up, though. Bang a gong, get it on. She's dirty sweet with a hubcap diamond star halo. The song's legit. Yes, the grift. For Nasara started with the Dove of Oneness, a.k.a. Shiny Goodwin. Look her up. Yes, I did a show on that, and that is where it started. That lady is no longer alive, but others have picked up the torch. But she took it and bastardized it. She was the first one, that Shania, however you freaking say her name, Goodwin. She was the one that bastardized it. They don't hide it. What's his name? Super Soldier Boy. Why can't I think of... Man, it got too much in my head. The Super Soldier boy, guy, dude. Gosh, I have his book and everything. He pushes her, and they don't even talk about how she basically just made it up. What is up? It's me again, Margaret. I always think of Deadpool. You know that. James Rink, yes. James Rink, thank you. You saved me. Okay, so Jesse says, all the money he has stole needs to be locked up. Even Jesse's saying we might have ourselves a he in the she of Romana the dildo, the grifting dildo, Didulo. All the grifters have daddy issues? I believe that. Okay, so speaking of grifters, the next one I wanted to get to, and I know of this guy, I'm not real familiar with him, but you guys know Mark Z. So Mark Z, arrest.org. Oh, look, here's one of your Iraqi dinar gurus arrested in 2017. So somebody's pulling out a story about how this guy was arrested back in 2017. But here's one thing to take into consideration here. Do we get upset? I mean, it's an arrest. It's a felony. However, it is a traffic stop, leads to troopers finding over $350,000 worth of drugs. But was it all weed? Officials say the 59 pounds of marijuana is worth $358,000. So it's Mark Z. He was booked into Oldham County Jail. Officials believe the drugs were being transported from California to North Carolina. Now, this was at a time when it was illegal, so naughty. But do we get mad when it's marijuana? That's the question I posed to you. I thought it was interesting. Let's see what the chat has to say. Do we get mad? I mean, fuck Mark Z. He is a grifter as far as I can tell. But do we get mad about that when it's marijuana? That one's a little bit tough, right? Who lives in Puerto Rico? Mark Z? Did he move to Puerto Rico after that? Mark Z is one of those where it's like I've heard of him, but I don't really know much about what he pushes. He seemed to be a little bit in the circle and out of the circle, in the circle. Yeah, okay, depends who grew it. If it's cartel marijuana, then F him. But if he's just trying to hook up some people with some good weed, I don't know, man. That's a tough one. Yes, I do. I believe it should be legal. Obviously, there's an issue with it being under the government control. Actually, I would prefer it being grown by normal, or I don't know what you'd say, hippies. Like I grew up in Washington State, where you had a bunch of hippies and mountain people that grew amazing weed, and it didn't have any genetically modified bullshit in it. They weren't doing any hogwash to it. So you got all this bullshit with the governments, with the weed or whatnot. Homegrown, organic, yes, it needs to be. So there's another thing to ask him. Biscuits, once again, he gets mad about any law enforcement while treason is ignored. Right, who cares about any form of law enforcement when no one's handling the treason? Wild West agrees. Karen says he's not a good businessman. He should have been working for the CIA. That's their department. There you go. Well said, Karen. Hemp should be freaking changing our world right now. You can make so much stuff out of hemp, and it would be so much better for the environment. And yes, that's a discussion to be had about our own endocannabinoid immune system. I, however, am an addict, and I can't even hardly smoke weed without just wanting to smoke it, ingest it, eat gummies, and all that crap all the time. I'm freaking nuts. I just need to stay away from that stuff. Speaking of drugs. I need to chill out on the coffee a little bit, too. All right. So it's been a little while. Oh, yeah. If Mike Gill busted him, then maybe he would serve time. Mike Gill's got the biggest fentanyl bust, even though they won't give him the credit he deserves for it. And they hid the majority of that bust and put it back at where it was headed. Yes. Sabrina is in the house and got the cutest little kitties. Okay. I want to get to this because I haven't gotten to her for a long time, and I freaking love her, and you're going to know what I mean when you see this. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Intel lady! Policing jokes is necessary. Parody, satire. If you don't know Intel lady, here you go.
A very good afternoon to you all. I'm Superintendent Emma Worthington from the Metropolitan Word Police. Following the arrest of a well-known Irish comedian and writer, the Metropolitan Word Police wishes to release the following statement. Here at the Metropolitan Word Police, we take jokes very seriously indeed. Now, with the Online Safety Act firmly in place, we feel more confident than ever that we can stamp out jokes for good. Therefore, our team of Word Police volunteers will be scouring social media in search of problematic opinions disguised as jokes. Let me be clear, there is nowhere to hide. If you have been posting problematic opinions disguised as jokes that we've been trained to fear or dislike, we will find you. We will arrest you. We may even taser you, and we will most certainly detain you until your wrongthink has been successfully reversed. Thank you. I will not be taking any questions at this time, as you all know. Questions contain words. Words are problematic and could potentially lead to criminality. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
What is she at now? Intel lady's awesome. 33.2 thousand subscribers. When I first started pumping her and paying closer attention to her, she was like at 6,000 subscribers, and she's just blown up. But she deserves it. But she's also covering more people like over in the UK that I'm not as familiar with. But if you go onto her YouTube, she does a killer Carrie Cassidy. She does a pretty good Simon Parks. She's done Gene Decode. She does a funny thing with Michael Jaco, and he's got like one of those shrunken heads like on Beetlejuice. Yes, that is the number one, the Carrie Cassidy. And yes, it was a joke. Intel Lady is all satire parody, and she's making fun of she makes fun of all kinds of shit. But she destroyed all the truthers, and I think she got bored with them. She did like Madison Marquette, where she's like out in like this hurricane, and like she's got a racy top on, and she's stacked. Let's just say that. Intel Lady's hot, but she hides it. And she's done all of them. She's done, what did she call what's Janine, the Tarot with Janine? She has like a Tarot with Janine character that's really good. She's got a bunch of them. But yes, making fun, you're not allowed to make jokes. Not allowed to make jokes anymore. So anyways, all right, we're still doing good. But what else do we got? What else we got in the silly news? Because that's kind of what I had for the lineup, and then I was going to kind of wing it and say, what's up to y'all? What is happening? I'm sure I could find stuff really fast, too. Oh, the kitty. Sabrina, you're still here, right? What's the name of the kitty? Let's take a look at the kitty. This is Sabrina's new kitty. It's so cute. He's got like that long hair and like, oh man. It's so cute. Where's Sabrina? Bjorn, yes. The new baby is Bjorn. That's such a cute kitty. It's got that like special like longer hair. Is it like a certain breed? You might even have told me. Fierce. Yes. Oh man. I think it's on my phone though. I've been getting closer to the kittens too. Yep. I know. A Maine Coon. Oh, yes. Now everybody's excited. 7 toes, Bjorn. 7 toes. With bobcat ears. Yep, gonna be a big one. Enjoy it while it's tiny. So cute. Oh, thanks for sharing, Sabrina. Maine Coon extra dactyl. Oh, you got one too? Well, I didn't even know about the Maine Coon. I mean, I've probably seen him before, but I didn't know that was a thing. Oh, so cute. All right, what else you guys got? What else? What other crazy stuff's going on in the world? Oh, let me see if I can find it. I was told that MonkeyWorks was claiming that there could be an operation, and this is, what do you guys think of MonkeyWorks? MonkeyWorks. That they are going to get something big is coming. I think he kind of plays into the Q stuff. I think he kind of plays into a lot of the grift stuff. But let's see here. Let's see. Is it Friday show? I think I was told that he was claiming that Epstein was being tracked into one of the islands. I'll have to investigate that one for another show. But MonkeyWorks, what do you guys think? The name says it all. No. Used to watch me, bored me to death. Yes, I don't watch him too much anymore. He's done pretty well for himself, but what does he sell? Does he have a bunch of stuff down in the... He sells... it doesn't look like he has a whole bunch of stuff down below. He's got sky glass. I don't know what sky glasses are. He's actually got his own app. So he's got his own gear and products. Oh my gosh. Let's check this out. Monkeyworks has his own gear and products. Works for the soul. Get in on the monkey business. Oh, satellite phones. Those things are super expensive. Part 1, from the opium to Epstein. Okay, let's check out what he has. Shop here. This is showing up on the screen, right? Oh yeah, he's selling all kinds of stuff. Soap and candles, coffee and tea, gear, bundles, sale and gift cards, supplements. So here's the thing. I don't know what to think of some of the tracking apps. Some people have pointed that out when you're tracking some of these things, because why would the military tell us what they didn't want us to know? So there's that. What's up, everybody? Skyglass, what is this? Skyglass, great app for 3D radar simulations. Is that what he's using? I don't know what to think of some of those apps, because they could tell us basically whatever they wanted, right? Whoever was in charge of that, the military could make up flight plans. They can turn off their responders and not see things. But he apparently was told, Monkeyworks that is, to look into something regarding Epstein, and that Epstein did not kill himself and was taken down to the Caribbean or something like that. Now they're mounting, the deep state got him out. And the idea is that they're mounting an arrest. So we'll see. If that doesn't come true, then we're going to have to clown Monkeyworks like none other. That's a possibility. He does preach the Bible. He did a show with 107 where he just showed his boots, was kind of playing into the 107 thing. I remember that a while ago, but I haven't watched him too much. I agree. I think that he's kind of boring in my opinion. I'm glad to bring a nice ending to your day. Have a little bit of fun. We poked some fun and committed high treason against Romana the grifting QAnon dildo Didulo. And then I still got a little bit of time. Let's see what we can find in some more crazy news. I know there's more out there. And then if you guys got anything, link into it. Into the chat. I think I had something else in my bookmarks, didn't I? Oh, yes, there was this. Oh, I think Karen already told us about that. The Saint Germain thing. I'll pull this up. Karen was telling us about this. It is very strange, though. Like I said, I think it was all planned out. And so it goes into the investigation into Romana. And but it says, why did the MS Saint Germain not mention the international guest and the implication of the international incident being instigated by the RCMP? 4 replica guns on property. I don't know if this is being serious. I think this is just being silly. I don't know. So much that is not legal in this investigation update. So maybe this is someone arguing for Romana, one of their crazy fans. But anyways, it's just crazy that Saint Germain happens to be the name of an arresting participant in this whole thing, because then that ties into the alchemy and the Sara Jasara. Saint Germain, Flynn Network, you'll get that with a lot of the people that pushed Nasara Jasara, all the fake history going back to Saint Germain and all the reincarnations and various things. Glad you're smiling. What are you guys talking about? Are we ever going to get the Doge money? John Q. Simeon really thought that was really going to happen, and I was telling him, dude, it ain't happening. You're never gonna get that Doge money. Doge is out the door. You are on the Romana Dildo strap-on list now. Yes, that's exactly the list I wanted to be on. That is the list I wanted to be on. They could bring my Doge money in a sack of nickels so I can beat whomever delivers it. Oh, that's the way it is, man. You guys got to hear another Biscuit stories that I'm not going to bring up. It's his to tell when he wants to tell it, but it's epic. I'll along those same lines that he was just talking about. All right, let's see what else we got. There's always crazy shit going on in this world. I'm still trying to finish. I just got to listen to the rest of the Mike Gill recent video. And he's dropping some stuff in there. And then I think he might be doing another show that he said was going to be pretty big. And then hopefully I can get Mike on for a live and we can ask him some questions and bring him back on. Sir Escanor's going hard about Epstein still. Let's check in with Sir Escanor here. I'd still like to get Sir Escanor back on. He was fun. He was partying in Greece the last time we talked to him. The Hopium Slayer. There is no deep state, just the state. And that is one of the arguments, that the deep state is just a big old boogeyman that they've made up. Shall not be infringed. Trump DOJ looking at ways to ban transgender Americans from owning guns. That's weird. Is that real? Shall not be infringed. Well, it's just the yes, he is hammering the Epstein shit like crazy. If this is really what's going on here, and I know there's been a lot of transgenders that have been part of this whole deal, but I mean, look into mind control, look into the biodigital convergence. That is the reason for a lot of this stuff, and this is just going to inflame the left. That's what I'm saying. Trump was supposed to come in and unite people, if you were to believe any of the hopium that a lot of the fools are still pushing. The Epstein Files for Dummies, I saw that he put this out. Good old Epstein. So here he is doing, he's saying Epstein, what is he trying to say? Epstein is a female? Because he's, let me make sure this is showing all right. So we have a lot of talk on this channel with people that are talking about how even a lot of the truthers are transgenders, and I got accused of being a transgender, so there it is. It is what it is. But here he is, it seems, with a video suggesting that Epstein was a female. That would be kind of shocking if that's what's going on here. Let's see.
Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, I do.
Could you please give us your name?
Jeffrey Epstein.
Is it true, sir, that you have what's been described as an egg-shaped penis?
Form, vague, and definite, and I'm going to give you the first warning, Mr. Peterman, that these types of questions are not only argumentative, but directed in a manner to embarrass Mr. Epstein. If you continue with this type of question, I will adjourn the deposition immediately.
Sir, according to the police department's probable cause affidavit, one witness described your penis as oval-shaped and claimed when erect it was thick towards the bottom but was thin and small towards the head portion and called it egg-shaped. Those are not my words, I apologize. But as Mr. Critton has stated, that this is a... I'm willing to continue. Egg-shaped penis, egg-shaped penis.
Egg-shaped penis. Egg-shaped penis.
Is an egg-shaped penis.
Egg-shaped.
Interesting. Is he really trying to say that, so the egg-shaped penis, you think that detail was random? That's ritual humiliation baked into the script. The bongs are much darker than you realize, ritualistic, perverse, staged. Now look at the victims paraded at global conferences. You guys can see this on the screen, right? Yes. Over on the right is where I'm reading. Are they lying? No. Are they trustworthy? Also no. They are SRA, MK Ultra victims, but often from inside the cult. They were offered up, initiated, transformed. Look closely at the butterflies they parade on TV. The ones turned into activists, authors, icons. I've heard that about Virginia Giuffre, is that she was actually one of theirs, and so she was playing into it the way they wanted to play into it. It also averts the attention away from all of the current day people that would be caught up in the like Maxwell Black Book and yada yada, the Richard Bransons of the world, if you will. So anyways, do they look like everyday women to you, or like inverted symbols walking advertisements of the cult? 33,000 Epstein documents, like 33,000 Hillary emails, Illuminati, Freemasonry. Here's where it gets twisted. Yes, they are abuse victims, but much of that abuse was part of initiation. I think I can make this bigger, actually. Ritual inversion. The real equals the real religion. So all of you that love on my Telegram channel to talk about this, here you go. Escanor is in your boat. Truths turned to lies. Lies made into truths. All to keep the agenda moving while everyone is too busy defending one lie over the other. Welcome to chaos magic. It won't, if they won't tell the truth about their religion and its rituals, how much of their testimony is shaped? How much is performance? What's the intention behind the Epstein Files show? The Epstein saga isn't revelation, it's choreography, a script, a ritual. Reality is much stranger than fiction, and the actors you think are blowing the whistle are usually reading the lines from the same book the ones being targeted are. It's worse than you think. Pedophilia isn't a side scandal, it's the glue, the binding agent of government, military, religion, and science. And its exposure is all Masonic, deliberate, and controlled. It doesn't matter where you stand on the Epstein saga, with Trump against Trump, with the victims against the victims, with one political party or another, or neither. At the end of the day, if it's on television or going viral, you're supposed to see it. Whether you like what you see, hate it, believe it, or mock it, the target audience is you. Whew. If a lot of that is some of the stuff as I've gone through this reawakening or new awakening or whatever, man. It's you know, I thought it was just Scott McKay, and then I thought it was just Scott and Jean, and some of these guys were assholes and liars, and then you find out they're all liars, and it's not just them, because now you have the mainstream media, but you also have the actual psyops, Pizzagate, the psyops added on top of the Pizzagate controversy or conspiracy, that is. They add things on top of it. What's true about the Epstein thing, they made psyops on top of what was really going on with Epstein. Harvey Weinstein was also said by certain survivors, I think in the courtroom papers, to have basically what looked like a vagina, not a penis. Is Epstein a hermaphrodite or a transgender with some kind of surgically added on egg-shaped penis? Is that possible? Did he really have testes? Like, oh my gosh, man. That's why I like some of this stuff, man. Some of this stuff that Sir Escanor drops, I'm like, oh man, because I've talked to him kind of a little bit behind the scenes. Fine. Ah! Just joking. It does sound really nice inside of this. I have talked to Sir Escanor just like in DMs, and some of the claims that he makes, even I'm like, bro, like if that's true, if some of the stuff that he's told me is true, and we ever actually talk about it, oh, there you go. I need a bong. Can you imagine? Like if that was the case? It could be a prosthetic. That's what they're saying, or who knows? So when it comes to say like Big Mike, Michelle Obama, who I totally think is Big Mike, but I think that there's also doubles that are actually females. So they have lookalikes or actresses that look like Michelle Obama that are actually females to throw us off. Could that be the case with Epstein? Could there be, like doubles or multiples or whatever? I don't know, man. It's a crazy show, but like Sir Escanor is saying there, that's his take, and it's an extreme take, but it's one that's like, as I go forward and look at this stuff, it makes more sense. Now, there's some stuff that gets leaked, and then there's some that doesn't, Biscuits knows more about, like, say, the laptop from hell and some of that information and what's real. Some people tried to say that Hunter Biden was transgender, but I've seen porn of that guy, and like, unless the porn is just all AI generated, and it very well could be, I fucking don't know. Unless it's all AI generated, that dude has a dick. Epstein, Harvey Weinstein though, Epstein with an egg-shaped penis, like that's weird and thin on the end. Like, what is that? Could it be a prosthetic? And then there was like this psyop in there that he was trying to impregnate a bunch of people with his DNA. Could you do that without sperm? Like, is there technology and ability to impregnate, like, through cloning? That could still happen without him being like a biological male? Fuck, I don't know, because he came right up through Bill Barr's father through Harvard. Very strange story of how he became such a big money mover. Ooh. What do we got? Sabrina saying here, I want to see any essay against children under 10 with a very real and fast penalty that merges them and their digitwin in a biocomputing way. I'm really past the point of all this smearing it in our face. Look what they still get away with. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm sick of a lot of this. But Biscuits is saying, I sound like a broken record, but all this would be mute if the treason was remedied. And that's the case, man. You got to freaking start. First pilot erection came from the gong. They've got to do something. Are they ever going to do something? That's ludicrous. If you were to ask someone like Sir Escanor, and that's kind of where I'm at. I don't like to be Dooma Booma, but I don't feel like anything positive in a good way is going to happen on the world stage unless more of us actually wake up to it. And I point out a lot of stuff to have fun and try to bring light to things, but a lot of this was very, very serious conversation. Romana Didulo is a freaking freak, and I can't believe that people believe her, but they do, and it causes a lot of harm. Melania being put out there to help the children and the AI, I get aspects of that, but her to be like the voice that can hardly even say the word humanoid, and she's the one out there bringing forward the human, the biodigital convergence, basically humanoids, robotics taking over in the hospitals, the digitwins are coming in. This is very serious shit. I get that. I try to have fun and poke fun at it, but at the same time, that's what it comes down to. Unless more of us start waking up to us and just say no to all this bullshit, I don't know what to say other than it's just going to keep moving forward the way that they planned. Network delay tolerant networking, THZ induction reversing polarity, plus cavitation to ensure the excruciating end. Epstein has his ovaries on the outside. You know, he might, man. It's freaking that crazy with these fools. There's been a lot of people that have been talking about Epstein, but a lot of it, I just, like Sir Escanor, man, like, it's like, if it's out there, then they want you to see it. I don't know what's real and what's not about it. I still think we need to be talking about Epstein in some way, shape, or form, but who were the real victims? Because like Sir Escanor is saying, a lot of the ones that you'll see in the news, just pay attention, start paying attention and seeing, you'll see like the butterfly tattoos. Now, maybe they got them tattooed while they were in there, and then you could make that argument. I don't freaking know. But a lot of times, like they were saying, who knows? Maybe Virginia Guffey's just in, maybe they just faked her death, and then she's in witness protection because of what happened there at the end. I don't know, but it's been said that she was all part of the show and took away from the other real survivors or other survivors that really wanted to fight differently. Oh, man. Booma San, invite author Tim Cohen. I've never heard The Antichrist and the Cup of Tea. I'm not familiar with that one. Ali Carter. I haven't checked in on Ali. I have no idea what's going on with her. What's the news on Ali? Sabrina says, I have been reiterating it's all humiliation ritual of one kind or another. Yes, and that's what Sir Escanor is often saying, that it's a lot of this stuff is humiliation ritual for these people on the world stage when it comes to exposing things like that. Like that guy even being able to ask Epstein those questions for one, and then for that tape to actually get out into the public. That's got to be a humiliation ritual, right? When Pam Bondi says victims, she means the blackmailed politicians, right? We all love Sabrina. And that's what I have to say, you know, like I hope for the best, plan for the worst. I have this small, and I don't know if it's just that leftover like needs to be detoxed hopium in my body. I have this small little bit of hopium that I hold on to that we can turn the tide, that there is a force that is, you know, whether it's elite families that don't agree with the majority of the elite families that want to help steer this in a different direction. Maybe God steps in and does something, but at the same time, the way that people are, and maybe to no fault of their own, but the way people are, like, do we deserve a better world? Like, do people really deserve it? You can't take all these people that have like been living off of welfare and that have lived in a dog-eat-dog world where they're willing to stab each other in the back and then just all of a sudden offer them goodness and expect them to not be criminal-minded still. When I worked in youth corrections, that was the way with them. It was like trying to rehabilitate them was like, I felt like a losing job no matter what, because you're in a facility that is all built on a hierarchy. They still live within the same kind of gang system within the facility. There are a certain amount of them that are a minority, like that don't get messed with as much for whatever reason, and they do work the system in a sense of like getting out and doing better for their life and whatnot, and they don't get messed with. They usually aren't also, they also aren't like the bitches of the facility, if you will. Like any easy targets are going to be targeted and they're going to be fucked with. They're going to be bullied and used to do negative things so that other people don't get in trouble for doing those same things to cause mayhem. How do you take a world that's been built with a cabal mindset, whatever that really means, with a dog eat dog, fuck my fellow man to get my piece of the pie kind of thing. It's even these feral cats. I go down there and feed them, and it's funny. I'll make like little piles so I separate them so it's not just one pile that they're all trying to get to. And the cats will be eating, and these cats live with each other all day. And while they're eating, and one tries to kind of like sneak in and get a little bite, it's like it'll put its paw out, or it'll turn and freaking swat the other one. It's like this world. That's what we are as human beings, man. We're a bunch of feral human beings that don't even know what it's like to have true God-given freedoms. And until we remedy that, yes, nothing new under the sun. It'll continue. And as far as the 2030 agenda and whatever this transhumanism thing is, now it's coming out more in the forefront. And for whatever reason, Manlania, whatever she is, she's the one that's pushing it. Oh, God, it's a scary world, you people. What else we got? Code of the Ninja. I like that. We're going to close out here in a moment. The system needs wolves. Well, the argument is there's different kinds of wolves, right? The bad wolf and the good wolf. Which one's going to win? Whichever one gets fed. We need to starve more of the bad wolves, and we need to find the lions within ourselves. Very well could be Manlania. We need to find the fighters, the warriors, that warrior spirit. That's why I picked up the samurai. Also, the samurai doesn't pick up his sword and fight and draw blood unless it's absolutely necessary. I'm saying it's absolutely necessary, which is also why I get a little out of hand. Sometimes the language gets to be a little bit much, but at the same time, man, a lot of things really drive me nuts in this world and piss me off. I like to have fun. I like to bring a lot of humor, but I also bring the sword when it is necessary because we are in a fight for humanity. Nobody stands up to their practices. They normalize it, make excuses, cover things up, drag out lawfare, and keep at it. Nobody says no. And even if that's all you can do, maybe your health situation isn't the greatest, maybe you're a little older, maybe you're in a situation where you just have to be able to consciously say no when you see something that you don't approve of. Give your vote, give your prayer, give your intentions into this world and change the matrix that has it completely evil. So Biscuits is saying, no, I mean the system needs a properly defined predator of certain types of corruption. Thank you, Valerie. Thank you, everyone, for being here. FFS, I'm a survivor and people rage at me for opening my mouth at all. Like, how dare I read to people? The attitude is backwards. They went at Allie too. They went to Allie Carter. She has just been outcasted. It's like people that are actually speaking up and speaking truth get attacked. I've seen more attacks on you today, even online, Sabrina. It's like crazy. Asked her for video. Psycho. Oh man, I do not consent. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you. Much love, and we'll bring some more. We're working on something outside for the kiddies that I'm going to share with you guys eventually. And I appreciate you all being here. But this was Digital Samurai News Live on September 4th, 2025 with Dorian D. Booma San, the Digital Samurai for Truth. I love you all. God bless. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.